Good evening and welcome to RTN Tonight, Glassboro's favorite mid-afternoon late-night talk show. I'm Sammy Trachak.
And I'm Adina Haji. We've got a great show today, so let's get started with the news.
In a shocking twist, Gotham's own Batman has traded in his cape for a ski mask, as reports emerge that Batman was caught robbing a convenience store last night. Definitely not the kind of dark night we expected. Eyewitnesses claim he demanded one of everything, probably because even Christian Bale needs a snack between takes. Authorities are baffled, with some suggesting he was inspired by the Lego Batman's approach to business. After all, building your own empire starts with the heist. Batman's lawyer insists he was merely borrowing supplies for his next mission. But let's be real, that sounds more like a George Clooney's version of a charity event. Robin has stepped forward as a key witness, though he still thinks witness protection means wearing a mask like Adam West. Because who doesn't love a good throwback as Gotham residents debate whether to be outraged or amused? It's clear that Ben Affleck's Batman was right about one thing. Sometimes you just need a break from all that brooding. Will the Caped Crusader make it out of this one? Stay tuned.
That was a great story, Sammy, but it looks like you forgot to mention a key detail. Batman has an alibi. Reports say that this so-called robbery was taking place. Batman was actually at a Halloween-themed bat beauty contest. The contest showcased the charm of various bat species, including the #1 suspect in the convenience store robbery, aka our beloved Gotham City hero. An outrageous claim considering this beauty contest is an event to raise awareness on the importance of bats in pest control and pollination. No need to be the Joker and try to take down our raspy-voiced Caped Crusader, Sammy. We've already got too many of those. Viewers should note that there was no determined winner due to an incident when the owners of the competing bats decided to display a bat's intellect by putting on blindfolds and pretending to use echolocation to get around the stage. This ended in 19 out of the 20 bat owners participating to be hospitalized for minor injuries before the judging could occur.
In a daring display of journalistic fireworks, Creme News proudly aired exclusive footage of a house about to explode, instantly redefining breaking news as breaking everything within a 5-mile radius. The audience was glued to their screens as if watching Fast and Furious 12, Suburbia goes boom. Social media lit up, the soon-to-be gone house. Fans are already calling it news you can't unsee. And some asked if Creme's tagline should be updated to Creme News, where safety is optional, but ratings are explosive. Local personalities AJ and Vic Justice couldn't resist chiming in with this clip gets a boom, which sounds more like a Yelp review for a demolition derby. Even the local fire department joined in, offering, "We'll handle the flames, Creme can handle the fame." Insiders say Creme's PR team is already designing merch with slogans like Creme News, your daily dose of demolition. Critics are calling it one of Creme's most jaw-dropping exclusives. And as the dust settles, literally, it's clear Creme News has mastered the art of going out with a bang again and again.
Adventurers, also known as folks who didn't play Dumb Ways to Die growing up, are flocking to a new thrilling attraction, a ladder suspended 5,000 feet above the ground on a steep cliff. The heart-pounding climb offers breathtaking views, along with 5,000 reasons not to get on it. Visitors must climb the lengthy ladder while harnessed for safety reasons. I guess they're taking the term hanging from a thread a bit too literally. The attraction has quickly become a bucket list experience for thrill seekers and those who haven't seen a single Final Destination movie. I mean, come on people, I could probably name a movie that shows a similar situation ending terribly for every time your heart beats while on that ladder, which is pretty impressive considering the heart beats 100 beats per second when you're scared out of your mind. A tourist stated, "It's terrifying, but the view from the top makes it all worth it," while another stated, "Wait, this thing isn't strapped onto me right. I'm not joking. I can't hold on any longer. Someone help. Please help." And the rest became inaudible. Safe to say I'm skipping out on this bucket list item and will be going to Chicago's The Bean attraction instead.
In a bizarre scene that feels ripped straight out of a quirky indie film, a teen was caught at Walmart trying to prove that toys can talk, leaving shoppers both amused and bewildered. Eyewitnesses reported that the teen passionately debated with a stuffed dinosaur, insisting, "See, he just said he wants a pizza." It was like Toy Story meets The Office, except instead of Jim's deadpan reactions, shoppers were left questioning their sanity. Social media exploded with memes dubbing him the Toy Whisperer, and some comparing his antics to a scene from Mean Girls where he just wants it to make fetch happen. Walmart staff caught in the crossfire might want to consider signs like, "No, your toys are not sentient. Please do not engage in philosophical discussions." Meanwhile, the teen's friends are rallying behind him, claiming he's just trying to prove that even inanimate objects observe a voice. Hashtag Toys Have Feelings is trending faster than a viral TikTok challenge. As the toy unfolds, it's clear that the only thing more animated than this conversation is a dedicated showing that toys can't have the same emotional depth as characteristics on Friends. After all, who wouldn't want to grab a cup of coffee with a talking teddy bear? In unaffiliated news later this week, catch the People versus Ted 2.
A group of horses caused chaos in central London after escaping from a nearby stable due to a faulty gate, or so they say. Witnesses say they watched the herd of horses galloping through the streets unalarmed because they thought it was round 2 of the Kentucky Derby. The Metropolitan Police quickly intervened, yelling, "Quit horsing around," while setting up barriers and working with animals control to safely round up the horses. The situation was resolved in about 2 hours with no injuries reported, but we did get an insider scoop from an officer who asked the stallion what caused this revolt, which the horse responded with, "We were inspired by Spirit 2, Spirit Untamed." All horses are now back safely at their stable, but sadly, one cartoon horse still remains questioning something about rehab being a fresh start.
In a headline that sounds like something out of a comedy sketch, a man with the utterly bizarre name Bezow Doo Doo Zippity Bop 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 has been arrested, leaving law enforcement and onlookers alike trying to stifle their laughter. Eyewitnesses report that when the police arrived, they weren't sure if they were dealing with a suspect or if they just stumbled onto the set of a new Tim Burton movie. Social media exploded with memes, with many questioning if his name was the result of a wild game of Scrabble, or it was him just trying to channel his inner Mary Poppins with a little supercalifragilisticexpialidocious flair. Friends of Bezow claim he's just misunderstood and spreading joy. After all, who wouldn't want to meet a guy whose name sounds like the lyrics of "We Go Together" from Grease after a night of karaoke? As this story unfolds, it's clear that Bezow Doo Doo Zippity Bop 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 is about to become the most famous name on the internet, if he wasn't already.
A squirrel known for its viral social media presence has been seized by authorities following an anonymous tip-off. The squirrel, who goes by the alias Squeaky, gained fame for its playful antics on Instagram. However, local authorities carried out a raid on the property where Squeaky was kept after receiving multiple complaints from an anonymous squirrel-busting source and concerns about animal welfare. Details from the SWAT has yet to be released to the public, but an insider source has informed us that the squirrel's real government name is Sandy Cheeks, and she is an undercover scientist who recently returned from her work undersea and was playing the role of Squeaky to accumulate information on a topic that the press has yet to release. This story gets more nuts and quite upsetting considering the authorities' response to these complaints resulted in not just the confiscation of the Cowboy Squirrel, but also the euthanization of her as well. The cast and crew here at RTN Tonight would like to send our condolences to Sandy's family and friends. May she rest in peace and be swimming in acorns in the sky. When we return, I'll be one-on-one with Vice President of Novachet, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to RTN Tonight. I'm joined by Vice President of Nobache, Sage Tawfiq. Thank you for coming on to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you're Vice President of Nobache. What is the club all about?
So the club is all about supporting Black chemists and chemical engineers in their professional and academic development and all aligned fields. So chemistry, obviously, like I said, biology, physics, computer science, and all the soft sciences. So like psychology, exercise sciences, like we like to support them as well on the Rowan University chapter because Nobache is a national organization, and there's just a chapter here, which is I'm the vice president of.
That's really cool. You're part of the e-board. What made you interested on becoming a part of the e-board?
I'm part of the e-board, but I'm also the founder of the Rowan University chapter. The reason I decided to be a part of the e-board and find the chapter here was because I wanted the Black STEM community at Rowan to feel more supported. I wanted a stronger community, and so does everybody else on the e-board wanted a stronger Black community amongst the STEM majors because we felt like there's not many big classes. They're like maybe max 10 people. In a major, you'll see the same people for the next 4 years. So it's always really nice to just, instead of walking by them, have community, have those study groups, feel supported, don't feel alone. And that's one of the main reasons why I founded with Sierra Bertu and Avery Oliver, the chapter at Rowan University.
Very inspiring. I like that. That's adorable. So we did some research on you guys, and we saw that you guys went to a Boys and Girls Club to do some hands-on science experiments.
Yes.
How was that? How did that go?
It goes great. It goes great every single time. We go every other Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we go every other Friday. The most recent one was actually at the Paulsboro location Boys and Girls Club. It's really nice because we walk into those places and we see kids that look like us. And within the Black community, seeing a lot of people in STEM is not really common. So definitely being a representation for the kids to see that there's other things that you can do and it can be cool. It can be science, and science isn't always like boring and cold and not fun that a lot of people see it as.
Yeah.
And you can do it just like me. So yeah, it's definitely always really nice, and it's always fun. We extracted DNA last time, and the kids thought it was really gross.
I was gonna say, like, what kind of science do you guys do hands-on?
Yeah, so we did. So the last one that we did was extracting DNA from a strawberry using alcohol, salt, and dish detergent. Yes, we did that, and then we also did like a little called a sugar rainbow, basically where it's like you change the pH of a concentration and it changes color with it. And then we also did elephant toothpaste, and that's when you have the big.
Yeah, I've seen that. That one looks really fun.
Yeah, so we did elephant toothpaste as well with the kids.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you guys open? Is Nobache open to working with any other clubs at Rowan?
Oh, absolutely. We definitely look to collabing with ACS. We also definitely have collab with the Winx Club as well. We also were interested in other STEM clubs, obviously, but definitely looking into some social clubs, letting people know that it's not. When people see education, they see like, oh, chemical engineering, oh, that's just extra school. It's like, no, we can also have fun too. So definitely, obviously, with some of the social clubs, there's so many that I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. But yeah.
But yeah, to get the word out.
Yes.
I totally understand that. And then, lastly, is there anything you would want to promote about the club, about anything else to do with anything really?
Yeah. So on November 19th, we will be having our Mindfulness Night at 8 p.m. in Discovery 101. Please come out and, chill, relax, meditate, take a break. I know y'all need it, so yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Sage, for coming on to the show tonight. And if you would like to learn more about Nobache, follow them on Instagram at rowan.nobache. And don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have Sammy put Sage to the test for a classic game of RTN Tonight No Cap. You won't want to miss this.
Hello and welcome back to RTN Tonight. I'm Sammy Trachak, and I'm joining by our wonderful guest of the night, Sage Tawfiq. Sage is now here to join me for RTN Tonight's game of No Cap. To give you a recap of the game, a timer will start when I ask the first question. From there, you will have to answer the 21 unopinionated questions as fast as possible. If Sage beats the record guest time of 1 minute and 8 seconds, she will have the new record time for the season. So Sage, are you ready to play No Cap?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Visit the Grand Canyon or the Statue of Liberty?
Grand Canyon.
Live in New York or Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Attend a Super Bowl game or a presidential inauguration?
Inauguration.
Go on a road trip down Route 66 or the Pacific Coast Highway?
Route 66.
Experience a snowstorm in Alaska or a heat wave in Arizona?
A snowstorm.
Explore the national parks or the Smithsonian Museums?
National Park.
Watch a Broadway show in New York City or a live concert in Nashville?
Live concert.
Attend a college football game in Alabama or a basketball game in Kentucky?
Basketball game.
Live in a small town in the Midwest or a beach town in Florida?
Beach town in Florida.
Visit the White House or the U.S. Capitol?
U.S. Capitol.
Go hiking in the Rocky Mountain or go skiing in Vermont?
Hiking.
Tour a historic Civil War battlefield or the beaches of Normandia?
Beaches.
Live in a houseboat in Florida or a mountain cabin in Colorado?
Mountain cabin.
Visit the Alamo in Texas or Mount Rushmore in South Dakota?
Mount Rushmore.
Spend a weekend in New Orleans or Mardi Gras in Las Vegas?
Mardi Gras in Las Vegas.
See the Northern Lights in Alaska or the fall foliage in New England?
Northern Lights.
Eat lobster in Maine or barbecue in Texas?
Lobster, Maine.
Explore the Everglades of the Smoky Mountains? The Everglades or the Smoky Mountains?
Smoky Mountains.
Visit Disneyland in California or Walt Disney World in Florida?
Walt Disney World.
Drive through the Florida Keys or explore the Outer Banks in North Carolina?
Outer Banks.
Live in a historic brownstone in Boston or a modern apartment in Seattle?
Modern apartment.
And your time is 1 minute and 21 seconds, unfortunately not beating the current time. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of RTN Tonight. Thank you to Sage for coming onto the show. And thank you to our audience again for tuning into RTN Tonight live on YouTube or any of our social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe to Rowan Television Network and tune in on that notification and hit that notification bell for all RTN Tonight live episodes. I'm Sammy Trachak. Have a good night, Glassboro.